Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the forecast for November 2024 for each life path number to see how the energies of November could influence you. Before we get into the forecast, this is a general reading. If you would like your own personal reading, your own personal numerology reading, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. I would love to work with you and take a closer look. Also, if you book a year ahead forecast or any reading that has the year ahead forecast included in it, you'll get your year ahead forecast for the rest of 2024 and all of 2025. So this is a great time to book your year ahead forecast if you haven't done so yet. So if you want to do that, you can book some time with me. Again, my information is in the description box below. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at these life path numbers for November. Life path number 8. So you all are going to be working with the vibration of the 27-9. And this is a really beautiful energy for the 8 because it is sort of this, it's sort of rewarding for your ambitions. This is a beautiful period for growth and seeing some kind of or some level of success or rewards for your efforts that you've put forth thus far. This is also a great time for starting something new, an excellent period for, say, a launch or a new venture, or standing in your authority and expertise to share your creations now. So if there's some area where you know you've been wanting to put yourself out there, you know that you've wanted to share your expertise, your gifts, this is such a great time to do that, right? It's kind of like the learning stage, the planning stage is done. If you keep going with that, I mean, you can, right? Obviously, we continue to learn, etc. But what I mean is you can get so focused on the preparation and feeling quote unquote ready. And, you know, we could argue that we never feel fully ready for taking on big adventures, right? Taking on big experiences. Or any experience that we don't feel confident in. And so this energy says you are ready, even if you don't feel like you're ready. So start putting yourself out there in some way, right? Like even if you have to take it baby steps, like step by step, right? But it's sort of like we can stay the forever student and continue to learn and hone our craft. But it's not really doing anything if we're not sharing it, if we're not sharing what we've learned thus far, if we're not sharing our wisdom, our experiences, etc., our gift. And so this is sort of for those 8s out there who struggle with confidence, who struggle with the imposter syndrome, which is very normal for 8 energy because it is such a big energy, you know, who struggle with being seen, like who want to be seen, but also struggle with being seen and the vulnerability that sort of comes with that. This is a call to just start to put yourself out there. Take the leap, take the risk. Like 8 energy is also about taking risks. And so, you know, and you are prepared and you are ready to face whatever comes from taking those risks. So stop holding yourself back. Stop thinking, you know, just when I learn, or I'll share my gifts, I'll share whatever, I'll express myself when I know everything, right? And it's just not going to happen because it'll continue to evolve, right? It's an evolution. And so this energy just says, wherever you're at on your journey, start now. Like start now putting yourself out there, taking that risk, saying yes, you know, investing in yourself in that way, being vulnerable, you know, and showing yourself through the action of being vulnerable and seeing the potential repercussions of that, right? People aren't always welcoming to our ideas or what we have to share, you know, but when we are vulnerable and we put ourselves out there and we take that risk, and sometimes it backfires, but we show ourselves that no matter what happens externally, we can handle it. And so this is really such a beautiful energy for that. But in order to see that growth and see that success and those rewards, you have to take the risk. You have to put yourself out there wherever you're at on your journey, and you'll continue to refine and, you know, perfect your craft, whatever that may be, or how you express yourself. And that's fine. You know, your audience or whoever your target group is will grow with you. It's, you know, if they're aligned, they're aligned. So beautiful energy here, pushing you to take that risk, put yourself out there, take the leap of faith, whatever. And this can translate, because again, this is a general reading. It can translate to creative projects, career, relationships also. Like if you if you are more focused on career as a way of protection to not have to deal with relationships type of thing, or if you have fear around relationships, and there's just so much, right? This is a beautiful time to take a risk there, be vulnerable in that area, take that leap of faith in that area. So a lot coming in for you eights around, just really showing yourself and proving to yourself what you're capable of in whatever area of your life that you have irrational fear, even rational fear, and also, that lack of confidence or that imposter syndrome or whatever may be coming up for you, or fear of intimacy or whatever it may be. So this is definitely going to be a month that could be a little uncomfortable because it's pushing you to get yourself out there and show yourself and prove to yourself what you're capable of and show others what you're capable of, because others will benefit from whatever it is that you have to share. That's the whole, 8 energy is that business-minded leader. You all are the ones who are meant to, become the expert at something and then share that expertise in bringing greater resources and, opportunities into the world to uplift, empower, inspire not only self, but others. And so that can be really daunting, but, this is what you're made for. So however you can put yourself out there and show yourself, even if you don't know it all, and I can guarantee you don't, you're going to be able to handle whatever comes your way. This is also an interesting energy because relationships are definitely at the forefront at this time. And I would say you could see your relationships being taken to a new level now. So i.e. marriage, adoption, birth, starting your family, that sort of thing. Also, you could meet someone that's really important to you now for longevity. They're maybe in your life for a while. This could be a romantic partner, a friend, whatever, or a colleague or business partner that really is significant in your life. And one component of this that's coming up, because we have that 9 vibration, it's the all, right? It's the we, not I. So when it comes to your relationships, there's something here about really working together, right? Like really not putting the other person on a pedestal, not allowing them to put you on a pedestal, but really seeing eye to eye and meeting face to face. And it's interesting because you all, for the month of November, got wolf energy. And it's interesting because wolves, they're pack animals. It's very, it's not natural for a wolf to be ostracized and to be sort of that lone wolf. That's the myth. That's just something that humans came up with, because most wolves, if they're alone, they're not going to last very long. They're wolves. they're pack animals. And it's interesting because though in the wolf world, there are usually, alphas and that sort of thing, and sort of quote unquote leaders. It's interesting because this energy coming up for you all for November with this 27-9 vibration, this is actually, the message that's kind of coming through is that there's no need for an alpha in your relationships, right? Relationships, no matter what kind of relationship, should be an equal exchange of energy. There should be reciprocity. Someone's going to have to carry something one time, and then the next time someone else is going to have to carry it, and it'll balance out. But there should not be a quote unquote leader, someone who's dominant in the relationship, right? Who needs to control. And sort of a signature of the 8 energy and its lower vibration is the need for control, the need for dominance type of thing. And so, that's something the 8 has to kind of work through on their journey to balance that out, right? Balance their strong masculine energy with the more feminine energy so that they're not entering into relationships and needing to be dominant and needing to be the one in control. There's that leadership energy that's natural to the 8, and you can lead, but you're meant to lead alongside of your partner or your friend or whatever. It's not meant to be a hierarchy type thing, right? And it's not that would be intentional, that you would walk into a relationship and expect to be sort of crowned, the leader. But sometimes that strong sort of masculine energy can come through with the 8, and that more dominant, that need for control can come through. And I think with relationships being highlighted here and wolf energy coming through, it's just a reminder to lead alongside of those that you connect with, that there's no need for that alpha. There's no need for control and leadership in that sense, right? It's an equal exchange of energy and reciprocity. And so you may see relationships come in where the other person is trying to be the leader or dominant. And, you've got to find a way to balance that out or have those conversations, or vice versa. You might see where you're losing connections because of your need for control or your need for dominance or whatever it may be. So yeah, interesting energies here, eights. Hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now.